Hey hustlers, Miles here. Hope you're having a great day. And in today's video, I want to share 3 challenges you'll probably face, or no, almost definitely face when building your Etsy store. Let's get into it. So welcome back to Hustle Endeavor. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I help entrepreneurs build long-term successful income streams online for more money, more freedom, and a better future. And currently we're all building our Etsy stores. So if you need help with that, please subscribe. And quickly before we get started, I've put together a completely free 1-hour masterclass that will show you the exact steps and processes you need to take if you want to build an Etsy store that generates over $100,000 or more in a year. To view the masterclass, just go to the link beneath this video. So this video was, inspired by a message I got the other day from someone who had come up against one of the, challenges I'm going to discuss with you today, and I thought it was worthy of a video. So as you build your Etsy store, you're ultimately going to come up against challenges, obstacles, and a few setbacks. And these challenges, and obstacles, are going to get bigger and bigger as you grow your Etsy store. It just comes with the territory. In the beginning, the challenges might be, smaller. Like your first challenge might be coming up with your first design or finding your niche. But as you grow, they're going to get bigger and bigger. Like at the position I'm currently in, one of the challenges I'm facing right now is, expansion. Anyway, in this quick video, the challenges I'm going to go over are some of the most common ones, and you're almost definitely going to encounter one of these challenges. So it pays to be prepared, okay? So let's dive right in. The first challenge you're definitely gonna face, you're gonna come up against, and it's what this person messaged me about, was their first angry customer, okay? I'm afraid to say that it is gonna happen eventually. It happens to everyone. You could be doing absolutely everything right, but you still won't please everyone 100% of the time. So, when you come across this, don't let it throw you off track. Anyway, it's not pleasant when it happens, and there's a right way to deal with these type of customers, and there's a wrong way, okay? Now, I can tell you right now that the wrong way to deal with these type of customers is getting defensive and arguing back. I see, a lot of sellers making this mistake, and I'm guilty of this. I've made this mistake in this past too. So let me tell you a quick story, okay? Back in the day, in case you didn't know, I used to do customer service for a big phone company in the UK, and part of the role was dealing with problems from customers. And I can tell you from taking hundreds of inbound calls from angry customers, one after the other, ain't great. As you can imagine, you're dealing with customers at, the height of their frustration. Maybe they can't get on the internet, maybe they've been on hold for hours, and, I've literally been called every name under the sun, okay? I've been shouted at, told I should just throw myself in front of a double-decker bus. That was funny that time, and, literally everything. And, one lesson I learned the hard way was that whenever I tried to prove why the customer was, in the wrong, even when they had clearly made a mistake or hadn't done something, correctly, it always just made the situation worse and made them more and more angry. So there's always a way to help resolve an angry customer. And the 2-step rule I found that works most of the time is to always politely try and figure out what the problem is if they haven't told you, okay? And always try and offer a solution. Let me say that again. The best way to try and resolve an angry customer is to always try and offer some sort of solution to that problem. For example, let's say that the customer ordered something, they didn't read the shipping times, they're angry that they haven't received their item yet, okay? A simple solution might be just to direct them to your shipping time section of your store and send them, the tracking information, okay, for that particular product. In most cases, that's all the customer is looking for, to know that their problem is going to be solved. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if it was their fault? They didn't read the sizing chart, they didn't check, the shipping times, which happens a lot. They gave the wrong address. Well, this is going to happen, and it will be up to you, how you deal with it. The way I always look at these type of situations is it worth footing the cost to rectify this order, and what are the consequences if I don't? It comes down to long-term thinking. If I can avoid an unhappy customer, I will. If you really can't rectify the situation, always word your responses politely. Never get angry, and if there's think about if there's anything else you can do, anything else you can offer. Okay, so the big lesson here is to remember that the customer is always right, even when they're wrong. Okay. Leading on from this, the second challenge you will face at some point is getting your first bad review. Again, doesn't matter if you've got hundreds of 5-star reviews already and everyone loves your product, everyone loves your store. Again, there's going to be someone that isn't happy with something eventually, okay? Now, you might not even have had any, warning either. Sometimes customers will, just go straight to review your product without even getting in touch with you first. And again, it can be a real punch to the stomach when you see your first bad review after you've spent so much time, money and effort on your store, and it does feel, it can feel really bad. But you've got to remember, like in my last example, customers don't care whether, it was out of your control or, whatever the problem is. They care that they bought something from you and your store. So it's your job to fix whatever the problem is. Also, if your reviews are always about the same thing, then it's probably worth looking into, like let's say your print-on-demand provider is constantly sending out late packages, then it's probably time to look into using a new print-on-demand company. Anyways, what I always do when I get a bad review is message the customer ASAP, as soon as possible, and again, try to offer a solution to the problem, whether that is a return, an exchange, or a refund. Again, if you can do that, what I found is that a lot of the time, customers will appreciate the fact that you've actually gone out of your way to get in touch with them and update their review without you even asking. The third and final challenge that you're almost always gonna face as an Etsy seller, and I would say this is more of a an ongoing challenge, is keeping focused and consistent with growing your Etsy store. This is probably one of the biggest challenges you'll face as an Etsy seller, and it's the biggest reason why Etsy sellers don't get to where they want. I know it can be really hard to stay focused and motivated every day, on the same thing, especially when things aren't, going the way you want. You might have a bad day for sales, or it might take longer than you thought to start making sales on your new listings, or you might just have a down month. And these things happen, and they happen to everyone. When you go through these tough periods, when things aren't, so great, it can be really, really easy to fall off the wagon. We get distracted by all the new different flashy things that we should be doing, but selling on Etsy isn't complicated, okay? It's actually really simple when you boil it down, okay? You create a store, number one. You find a great niche or niches. You create cool designs, okay? And then you find keywords that those customers are using. And if you've done all of those things correctly, you'll make sales, okay? Every time I've seen someone get off course, it's because they've lost focus. So let's recap. Number one, the first challenge you're probably gonna face is your first angry customer. And again, the best way to deal with this is to always find some sort of solution to that problem. Number two, your first bad review, or if you get a bad review, get in touch immediately. Again, try and find a solution to that problem. Thirdly, stay focused. Those are some of the biggest challenges you're going to face, and hopefully this video helps you out. Anyway, I hope you found this quick video useful. I hope you took some nuggets from it. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And as I mentioned at the start of this video, if you want to know exactly what you need to do this year to build a successful Etsy store, I have put together a completely free 1-hour masterclass that will show you the step-by-step what you need to do to make your Etsy store a success this year. Links in the description below this video, and let me know in the comment section how you're getting on with your Etsy stores. Keep hustling, and I'll see you in the next one.